The Young and the Restless spoilers update for Wednesday, January 22, reveals that Victoria Newman will start to panic about the risk to Claire Newman's life. The deeper Claire's fake alliance with Jordan goes, the more danger she's putting herself in. Claire will promise she can handle Jordan, but the stakes are awfully high thanks to the details of her trap. Although Claire doesn't really plan to wipe her mother off the map, she's selling Jordan on a scheme to kill Victoria and skip off with her inheritance. Victoria may worry that Jordan will eliminate Claire instead if she discovers this plot isn't legit. We'll hear Victoria make some terrible predictions about the outcome if Claire makes one wrong move. Of course, Nikki Newman should also have concerns about Jordan potentially being Ian Ward's accomplice, which could add another layer of danger for all parties involved. Since Jordan hinted about a partner and someone Claire knows being at risk, Claire may eventually realize Jordan's link to Ian and that Sharon Newman is the one in trouble. Speaking of Sharon being in trouble, she's still drugged in the sewer. Sharon passed out due to the PCP in her water, but she'll eventually regain consciousness for another attempt to flee. Unfortunately, it looks like there may be more snags on Wednesday's I&R episode. Will Jordan check on her hostage and derail things, or could there be some other getaway hurdles for Sharon? It looks like Sharon may hallucinate another Nick rescue at some point, but she presumably won't make it out of the sewer just yet. Sharon's life will still be on the line as the week progresses, so the drama is far from over. As for Victor Newman, he'll move forward with a sneaky setup. Since Victor is already suspicious of what Victoria and Nikki are hiding, he'll listen in on an upcoming conversation with Claire and gather some updates. That'll lead to Victor coming up with some sort of ploy for Jordan, so it won't be long until she's lured into a trick that could blow things up in a big way. The Young and the Restless spoilers say all the Ian and Jordan mayhem will bring some dangerous news in the coming episodes. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Pulse Canvas. It's me, Julie, here. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Keep watching. So let's dive into today's video. The Young and the Restless recap for Tuesday, January 21, reveals that Claire Newman will get a phone call from Jordan, who'll remain suspicious of her change of heart. Jordan will hint about working with an accomplice and suggest that things could turn out badly for someone Claire knows if she's lying. Claire will agree to meet with Jordan again and offer updates to Victoria Newman as well as Nikki Newman before she goes. Once Victoria is alone with Nikki, she'll fret over how cold and calculating Claire was about plotting to kill Jordan. Both Nikki and Victoria will hope that in the end, Claire won't be able to go through with it. Victor Newman will pop up and feel like he's being kept out of the loop on something, but Nikki will manage to cover. After Victor mentions the security footage of the person who kidnapped Sharon Newman, he'll admit Ian Ward's potential accomplice seemed familiar. The wheels will start turning for Nikki. We'll wonder if Victor could tell if this person was a man or a woman. Victor won't know for sure and will question why Nikki would ask that, but she'll keep the Jordan truth under wraps. After Victor leaves Victoria and Nikki to keep talking, he'll pause on the staircase and continue to look suspicious. Meanwhile, Claire will think back to telling Jordan off during a prison visit. On Tuesday's I&R episode, Claire will vow not to let Jordan manipulate her ever again before meeting up with her in the park. Jordan will struggle to trust Claire when she hands over her usual tea order, but Claire will insist it's not poisoned. Claire will also claim she's been playing the Newmans all along and that she'll always been an outsider in their eyes. After Claire suggests the Newmans only wanted to give the illusion of accepting her, she'll act like she embraced the name change for nefarious reasons. Now that Claire is legally a Newman, she'll point out that means she'll get a sizable inheritance when a tragic fate befalls her mother. Claire will pitch Jordan on the idea of killing Victoria and skipping off with the money so they can live a wonderful life together. That way, the Newmans will be left grieving while Jordan and Claire restore their bond. Jordan will tear up and wonder if Claire would really sacrifice her mother for her, but Claire will argue that Victoria will never truly be her mom. Claire will play up her connection with Jordan instead, so her charade will seemingly win Jordan over. Later, Claire will return to Victoria and Nikki at the ranch, where she'll admit she convinced Jordan by claiming she was ready to kill Victoria. Next, Chance Chancellor will give Nick Newman news on Sharon's car being spotted on surveillance footage at the Riverbank Motel before it went in the river. Since that's where Ian has been staying, Nick will view this as proof that he's connected to Sharon's snatching. Chance and Nick will end up searching Ian's motel room, but it'll seem like he's moved out. However, Chance will spot a glass with lipstick on it and suggest testing it along with the wine bottle on the table. That'll leave Chance and Nick hoping for a DNA match in the system. Although Chance will prepare to call about a warrant to search the other rooms for Sharon, Nick will start searching now and insist he doesn't care if the motel or guests sue him. Later, Jordan will appear at the door and eavesdrop on Chance's phone conversation about getting that Riverbank motel search warrant, so she'll take off in a hurry. The Young and the Restless spoilers say Claire will continue to trick Jordan, but our predictions point to plenty of danger erupting as the story heats up. The Young and the Restless, Y and R, spoilers for Tuesday, January 21, promise some interesting plot twists in the land of Genoa City. Someone is exhibiting some suspicious actions, while a character gains a villain's trust, and two heroes follow a lead to rescue a loved one. What's set to unravel during Tuesday's show? Time to find out. The Young and the Restless spoilers, Victor Newman knows something is up. Y and R spoilers for Tuesday, January 21, reveal that after a small hiatus, the soap will return in full force. Victor Newman will feel as if something is up during Tuesday's episode. Fans saw him peek out of the doorway when Nikki Newman, Claire Newman, and Victoria Newman were conspiring against Jordan on the Friday, January 17 show, so it's no wonder that Victor will wonder what's going on. The mustache may not know exactly what's up, but he knows something is up, and during Tuesday's show, he'll become suspicious of his wife's actions. Y and R spoilers, Claire Newman gains Jordan's trust. Speaking of Y and R spoilers for Tuesday, January 21, suggest that Claire will gain Jordan's trust as she continues to plot against her aunt. A Y and R preview picture shows Claire and Jordan at the tag house, so it looks like she may gain her trust by opening the door to her home. Still, how will the young Newman bring the vile villainess down? Fans will have to tune in to find out. The Young and the Restless spoilers, Nick Newman and Chance Chancellor follow a lead. Lastly, Y and R spoilers for Tuesday's episode reveal that Nick Newman and Chance Chancellor will follow a lead. So will they inch closer to saving Sharon Newman? Sharon is unfortunately on her last leg and is in desperate need of rescuing. It's becoming a life or death situation at this point. Will the men save her in time? Will Jordan or Ian Ward interfere with a possible rescue? It'll be interesting to see what happens to Sharon and how she'll make it home this week. Are you excited about Tuesday's show? Comment below. Catch the CBS Soap Daily so you don't miss a moment of the drama, and visit SOS often for the best Young and the Restless spoilers, updates, and news. The Young and the Restless scoop for Tuesday, January 21, reveals Claire Newman will set her trap for Jordan. Also coming up, Chance Chancellor and Nick Newman will search Ian Ward's motel room, and Victor Newman will tell Nikki Newman and Victoria Newman that Ian may have an accomplice. Y and R spoilers tease Nikki, Claire, and Victoria will continue talking about Jordan. If we do this right, Jordan won't even know what hit her, Claire will say. When it's over, all we'll feel is relief. She'll suggest they regroup in the morning, but then she'll get a phone call. Y and R Daily Scoop. Chance tells Nick they need solid evidence. At the motel, Jordan will sip a glass of wine, talking to herself about how Ian has abandoned her. But she'll also realize she can carry out her plan without him. She'll call Claire and say their encounter has left her reeling. "I'm not surprised. It's all I can think about too," Claire will reply. "You taught me everything I know, so of course I have a plan. When can we meet?" Jordan will say if they meet up, she might not be alone. Claire will ask about her accomplice, but Jordan will tell her to wait at Crimson Lights for further instructions. At the cottage, Chance will tell Nick he's got good news. Thanks to surveillance footage, the cops saw Sharon Newman's vehicle pull into the Riverbank Motel parking lot. Nick will say that's where Ian is staying, so it's proof he's involved in Sharon's disappearance. Chance will tell him they need evidence, but Nick will want to immediately confront Ian. He'll say the longer they wait for solid evidence, the less time Sharon has. So Chance will tell him he guesses it's worth a shot. They'll show up at the motel and Nick will hammer on the door, but Ian won't be there. However, they'll find a glass with lipstick on it, indicating he's working with a woman. Chance will tell Nick they'll take it in for DNA testing and to retrieve the fingerprints. Meanwhile, Claire will wait at Crimson Lights and she'll get a text from Jordan. "Proceed to where we met earlier. No tricks." So Claire will head to the lookout and Jordan will show up. "I need you in my life, Aunt Jordan. This isn't my world. This isn't my life," she'll tell Jordan. Claire will explain she's playing the long con against the Newmans, just like she taught her. Jordan will want details and how she fits in. Claire will tell her aunt she has the Newman last name, which means an impressive inheritance, should her mother meet with an unexpected, unfortunate turn of fate. Young and the Restless scoop. Victoria asks how she convinced her. "We'll have everything we ever wanted. A golden life and justice, retribution," she'll add. "And the Newmans will have to grieve their pride and joy, Victoria, just like you had to grieve your sister Eve." Jordan will ask if she would really sacrifice her mother for her. "Victoria will never be my mother," Claire will reply. "I could never count on her to love and protect me the way she does her other children, and definitely not the way you cared for me." Back at the motel, Nick will say he doesn't care if he gets sued. Sharon could be on the property, and he's going to search for her. Chance will make a call to get a search warrant, and Jordan will return, but she'll spot Chance in her room and take off. At the ranch, Victoria will worry about Claire. To hear her tonight, coldly calculating to kill a woman, she was so determined, Victoria will tell Nikki. "It sent chills down my spine." Nikki will say that's how Jordan trained her to be. "If somehow we pull this off, what is the long-term effect going to be for her?" Victoria will ask. Victor will walk in and say he gets the feeling they're hiding something from him. They'll discuss Sharon and Ian's possible involvement in her disappearance. He'll tell them Nick thinks Ian has an accomplice. Victor will say in the security footage of Sharon's kidnapping, it's obvious the person wasn't Ian, but the person looked familiar to him. He'll head upstairs to bed, but will pause on the stairs. Finally, Claire will return to the ranch and Nikki and Victoria will ask how it went. She'll say she thinks she got Jordan to trust her. Victoria will ask how she convinced her. "I told her I was ready to kill you," Claire will reply. All products and services featured are independently chosen by editors. However, may receive a commission on orders placed through its retail links, and the retailer may receive certain auditable data for accounting purposes. As 2024 begins coming to an end, the holidays aren't the only thing the young and the restless Connor Floyd has to celebrate. The CBS soap star is officially off the market and engaged to his longtime love, Carly Friel. A sweet pic was posted on Friel's Instagram, to which Floyd shared on his own official page that let the cat, or in this case, the ring, out of the bag. The photo featured Floyd all smiles as Friel's hand rested on his right cheek, and on her hand there was a gorgeous, sparkling pear-shaped diamond on her left ring finger with the photo caption simply stating, "Yes." Many of Floyd's Genoa City castmates jumped into the comments to share their excitement, including Michael Mueller, who cheered, "Woo." Congratulations! Rory Gibson added a woo as Courtney Hoke, Mark Grossman, Melissa Ordway, Michelle Stafford, Tracy E. Bregman, and others echoed theirs congratulations. People also got the exclusive on the big event that took place in Boston, Peril's hometown, on Saturday, December 21, and shared photos from Floyd's proposal, featuring the actor down on one knee in the snow presenting Peril with a red ring box. "Carly is the love of my life," Floyd told the outlet. "She means the world to me, and I really wanted to make this special for her," and special it was, as he made sure all of their family and friends were in attendance to celebrate with them. And while the couple has many years to look forward to, back in June, Peril shared a photo with Floyd and expressed, "The best 3 years of my life. I love you." We too send the couple our very best and wish them a lifetime full of happiness, with many new memories to be made ahead. The Young and the Restless spoilers reveal that Claire Newman believes she has the upper hand when it comes to her aunt Jordan Howard. Claire has pretended to be playing the Newmans to get their money and be on her way. However, Jordan sees through Claire's plan. Will she finish Sharon Newman off to save her life? The Young and the Restless spoilers. The Newman women are on the attack. The Young and the Restless spoilers have revealed that Claire has made plans with Victoria Newman and Nikki Newman to get rid of Jordan. Of course, this isn't the first time that someone planned Jordan's demise. Victor Newman attempted to get rid of her as well. Jordan has been going after Sharon for months with the help of Ian Ward. However, Jordan realized that Sharon would be more useful to her alive. Jordan then faked Sharon's death and placed her in same area that Cameron Kirsten held Faith Newman before Sharon killed him. Y and R spoilers. Jordan Howard's insurance policy. Nikki was right to warn Claire that Jordan may see through her plan. Jordan isn't stupid. Jordan knows that Claire has been embraced by the Newman family. Jordan has seen Claire out with Kyle Abbott and knows about their relationship. Ian has given Jordan updates on the couple as well. Jordan is not beyond using Sharon's predicament to get to Claire. Claire doesn't want Sharon's death on her hands, and neither does Nikki or Victoria. Jordan could easily get the upper hand by threatening Sharon's life and could even get away from the ladies. However, they have no idea that Victor knows all about their plan. The Young and the Restless spoilers. Sharon Newman has almost escaped. Sharon has finally broken free of part of the chain holding her in the sewer. However, Sharon has also realized that she is still being drugged as well. Will Jordan go check on Sharon and restrain her once again? Could Sharon manage to overcome the PCP and help talk down Jordan once she comes after her again? Jordan isn't about to go down without a fight, and spoilers suggest a great deal of drama is still to come. What other details will come to light before Sharon finally gets free? Will Jordan and Ian finally pay for their crimes after everything they have done? Will Heather Stevens' killers finally be brought to justice? The Young and the Restless spoilers and updates tease Chance Chancellor will head to the motel room of Ian Ward, accompanied by Nick Newman. Together, they'll sift through clues in their quest to uncover the location of Sharon Newman. The Young and the Restless spoilers. The person on the footage seemed familiar to Nick. Nick squinted at the security footage, a sense of déjà vu washing over him. The figure looked vaguely familiar, yet he couldn't put a name to the face. Despite his uncertainty, he harbored a strong suspicion that Sharon's abductor was connected to Ian, with this belief driving him. Nick hoped that scouring the motel room would yield some crucial leads. Meanwhile, Chance shared this hopeful sentiment and stumbled upon a pivotal clue when it dawned on him that Ian's partner in crime was a woman. The telltale glass marked with lipstick would surface during the week of January 20 to 24, providing a significant breakthrough. However, it appeared that Nick might decide to leave Chance behind in that motel room, a choice that could place the diligent detective in peril. My and our spoilers. Jordan Howard will likely eavesdrop when she gets back to the motel room. Fans should brace themselves for an unexpected appearance by Jordan, who will be caught eavesdropping just outside a slightly open door. Chance, engaged in a phone conversation, might be sharing his latest discoveries with someone at the GCPD. This scenario opens the door for Jordan to stealthily approach Chance and potentially take him down, especially if she feels threatened by his proximity to uncovering her true identity. On the flip side, Chance might just turn around and unveil the identity of Ian's partner in crime. This could lead to a perilous confrontation between them, with the possibility of Chance ending up in a precarious situation. The Young and the Restless spoilers. Jordan Howard will likely attack Chance Chancellor. In moments like this, Jordan is likely to strike first, perhaps delivering a swift blow to Chance's head before making a hasty escape to evade capture. However, we know that Chance will soon find himself embroiled in some upcoming drama with Ian at the ranch, so he'll be just fine in the end. If Jordan does manage to land a hit, any harm inflicted on Chance would be minimal. Essentially, she's not capable of causing any real injury here. He might end up with just a little bump on the head, but fortunately, he won't be taken out of the game entirely. There's also a chance that Jordan could slip away unnoticed, but we can't help but hope for a dramatic showdown between Chance and Jordan. The Young and the Restless spoilers tease that Billy Abbott wants to ruin Victor Newman, and this is a story as old as the ages. Billy Boy was once married to Victor's daughter, and he is the father of his grandchildren, but both men despise each other. But Sally Spectra is new to this game, and she is not sure that she wants her new boyfriend to be so sleazy. One person who has no problem with sleaze is Phyllis Summers, and in the January 16 episode, he filled her in on his scheme. Surprisingly, Phyllis was concerned about Billy including Adam Newman, Mark Grossman, in his payback. The Young and the Restless spoilers. Billy's revenge scheme. Phyllis suspects that Billy has a personal reason to plot against Adam, since Adam and Chelsea Lawson cheated on him. It's a scary day when Red is the voice of reason. Will Billy's plot to ruin Adam instead ruin his relationship with Sally? Sally is still salty that Adam cheated on her with Chelsea, but she doesn't want to go scorched earth on him like Billy does. My and our spoilers. Will Adam go scorched earth on Billy? There is also Connor Newman to consider. He is sensitive and doesn't want the adults in his life fighting. If he found out about Billy and Adam's war, he could become collateral damage. So Sally may not be happy if Billy proceeds with his plan, and she could get cold feet about their relationship. The Young and the Restless spoilers. Will Sally leave Billy? Connor loves Billy, but his OCD could get worse if he knows about the tension between his dad and Billy. If Billy insists on detonating Adam, Sally could walk away from him. Sally cares about Connor and wouldn't want him to be hurt any more by the grown-ups than he already has. She has seen firsthand how his life affects his parents, and she wants no part of any more misery, even if it's secondhand. The Young and the Restless spoilers. Is Billy concerned about Connor? Explosive. The Young and the Restless spoilers hint that Sally may tell Billy to back off his vendetta or else she leaves him. Do you think it will come to that? And what do you think of Silly as a couple? The Young and the Restless spoilers and updates tease Chance Chancellor will head to the motel room of Ian Ward, accompanied by Nick Newman. Together, they'll sift through clues in their quest to uncover the location of Sharon Newman. The Young and the Restless spoilers. The person on the footage seemed familiar to Nick. Nick squinted at the security footage, a sense of déjà vu washing over him. The figure looked vaguely familiar, yet he couldn't put a name to the face. Despite his uncertainty, he harbored a strong suspicion that Sharon's abductor was connected to Ian. With this belief driving him, Nick hoped that scouring the motel room would yield some crucial leads. Meanwhile, Chance shared this hopeful sentiment and stumbled upon a pivotal clue when it dawned on him that Ian's partner in crime was a woman. The telltale glass, marked with lipstick, would surface during the week of January 20 to 24, providing a significant breakthrough. However, it appeared that Nick might decide to leave Chance behind in that motel room, a choice that could place the diligent detective in peril. Our spoilers. Jordan Howard will likely eavesdrop when she gets back to the motel room. Fans should brace themselves for an unexpected appearance by Jordan, who will be caught eavesdropping just outside a slightly open door. Chance, engaged in a phone conversation, might be sharing his latest discoveries with someone at the GCPD. This scenario opens the door for Jordan to stealthily approach Chance and potentially take him down, especially if she feels threatened by his proximity to uncovering her true identity. On the flip side, Chance might just turn around and unveil the identity of Ian's partner in crime. This could lead to a perilous confrontation between them, with the possibility of Chance ending up in a precarious situation. The young and the restless spoilers. Jordan Howard will likely attack Chance Chancellor. In moments like this, Jordan is likely to strike first, perhaps delivering a swift blow to Chance's head before making a hasty escape to evade capture. However, we know that Chance will soon find himself embroiled in some upcoming drama with Ian at the ranch, so he'll be just fine in the end. If Jordan does manage to land a hit, any harm inflicted on Chance would be minimal essentially. She's not capable of causing any real injury here. He might end up with just a little bump on the head, but fortunately he won't be taken out of the game entirely. There's also a chance that Jordan could slip away unnoticed, but we can't help but hope for a dramatic showdown between Chance and Jordan. Ian Ward, a name synonymous with manipulation and chaos, continues to cast a dark shadow over Genoa City. His past partnership with Jordan was marked by schemes and threats, particularly targeting Mariah Copeland, Sharon Newman, and Faith Newman. Ian's relentless pursuit of control made it clear that he wouldn't hesitate to use the most extreme measures to get what he wanted. Now, with his partnership dissolved, Ian seems more unhinged than ever. His twisted mind may lead him to commit the unthinkable, abducting Maria's young daughter, Aria Porter Copeland. For Ian, this isn't just about revenge, it's about reclaiming a warped sense of power. He might view Aria as a second chance to mold a daughter in his image, filling the void left by his failure to control Mariah. A dangerous obsession with Aria. Ian's demented reasoning could drive him to see Aria as a blank slate, someone he can manipulate and groom to fit his distorted ideals. His obsession with control and his delusions of fatherhood make Aria a prime target. Ian's history of targeting vulnerable individuals only heightens the danger, and as long as he remains in Genoa City, Aria's safety is in jeopardy. Maria's worst nightmare. The possibility of Ian kidnapping Aria is a nightmare that Maria and her partner, Tessa Porter, have feared for some time. Maria's protective instincts are already on high alert due to Sharon Newman's mysterious disappearance, but the potential loss of Aria would push her to the brink. A shocking discovery about Aria's whereabouts could send Mariah into a tailspin, forcing her to confront Ian's malevolent plans head-on. Ian's final tricks and a fatal exit. While Ian's reign of terror is unlikely to last forever, his final days in Genoa City are sure to be marked by chaos. The young and the restless spoilers hint at a possible fatal exit for Ian, but not before he unleashes more havoc. His cunning nature and lack of moral boundaries mean he'll stop at nothing to achieve his goals, leaving Mariah and her family in constant fear. Ian's actions have not only endangered Mariah and her loved ones, but have also left the entire community on edge. The possibility of Aria's abduction serves as a chilling reminder of Ian's capacity for evil. His presence in Genoa City is a ticking time bomb, and the fallout from his schemes could have devastating consequences for everyone involved. As the young and the restless continues to unravel Ian's sinister plans, viewers can expect high-stakes drama and emotional turmoil. Ian Ward's dark legacy looms large, and the path to justice will be fraught with tension and heartbreak. The Young and the Restless update for Tuesday, January 21, teases that the Dramarama roller coaster rocks on in Genoa City, Wisconsin. Your favorite daytime drama is preempted for presidential inauguration news coverage on Monday, January 21, but Tuesday's all-new show will bring the soapy action. On Tuesday, Nick Newman and Chance Chancellor join forces to look for Sharon Newman, who is languishing in the dirty sewers. The Young and the Restless spoilers, Sharon in the sewers. Detective Chance and Nick enter Ian Ward's motel room looking for clues. What will they find? Ironically, it will be Jordan who leaves a clue about this messy situation. Chance sees lipstick on a glass on the table and concludes that Ian's is working with a female partner in crime. Y&R spoilers. Jordan left a clue. Jordan comes back to the room and eavesdrops while Chance is on the phone. Jordan knows the net is closing in, but she's focused on the fact that she has reconnected with her niece Claire Newman. Jordan is desperate for belonging and righteousness and chooses to believe that Claire is now loyal to her. Big mistake. Back at the ranch, Claire, Victoria Newman, and Nikki Newman plot to cook Jordan's goose. The Young and the Restless spoilers, Jordan is a true believer. Nikki thinks she has the perfect place to lure Jordan to her death, but Victor Newman is snooping on their convo. What will he do about this? Victor realizes what the women are planning, and no doubt he will try to get the upper hand. Meanwhile, Claire meets with Jordan at a shock location, the Tack House. The Young and the Restless spoilers, Jordan at the Tack House. Claire sweet-talks the evildoer, and we predict that a desperate Jordan buys the spiel hook, line, and sinker. Explosive The Young and the Restless spoilers indicate that Claire convinces Jordan that she hates the Newmans and promises to help her in their initial plan to ruin the family. The Young and the Restless spoilers reveal that Claire Newman has roped Victoria Newman and Nikki Newman into a plot that could bring disastrous news. Claire is deceiving Jordan and hopes to take her out permanently when the time is right. Of course, Nikki and Victoria are hoping Claire won't go through with the fatal part in the end. Victoria and Nikki are worried about the guilt that could come for Claire if she actually causes Jordan's demise herself. However, Claire could ultimately be haunted in a way that none of them expect. Even if Jordan faces a grim fate, she could take someone else out with her before she goes. In the January 21 episode, Claire worked to convince Jordan of a plan to eliminate Victoria and run off with a hefty inheritance. It's all a big ruse, one that Jordan is sure to fume over once she realizes she's been tricked. What if Jordan has a chance to retaliate before Claire can take her out for good? Jordan might decide to teach Claire a lesson by moving ahead with this grisly Victoria scheme anyway. If that happens, we have a hunch that someone else could face a lethal threat. Cole Howard, J. Eddie Peck, may come to Victoria's rescue and work to protect Claire as well, but will Jordan manage to take Cole out instead? Back in December, Cole talked to Claire about his belief that Victor Newman, Eric Braden, would die for anyone in his family. That led to Cole suggesting he was just as committed to Victoria and Claire, so Y&R may have been foreshadowing his fatal exit. If Cole loses his life because of Claire's plan, that's the kind of guilt she may never truly get over. Claire may end up blaming herself when it all goes wrong, especially since she left Cole out of the loop and didn't prepare him for any of this. Is Y&R gearing up for a crushing twist that ends with Cole's horrible outcome? Will Cole lose his life working to save Victoria and Claire from Jordan's wrath? The Young and the Restless spoilers say Jordan's revenge could take a terrible turn, so we'll bring you more predictions on all the drama for Claire and any devastating updates to come. It's the place to be for great Young and the Restless spoilers, predictions, updates, and news, so make us your top source. The Young and the Restless spoilers tease that Claire Newman is reverting to her evil ways, wanting to kill her Aunt Jordan. Nikki Newman and Victoria Newman are on board, but who says that it will be Claire to do the dirty deed? They have protested that Claire will be changed forever if she takes a life, even though she was willing to be nasty to them in the past. Claire has made a miraculous recovery, and her family doesn't want to see her have a setback. So who'll kill Jordan? The Young and the Restless spoilers, Nikki Newman will kill Jordan Howard. When Claire told the women that she wanted to wipe Jordan off the face of the planet, Nikki and Victoria were appalled. But the more she sweet-talked them, the more they came around. Nikki and Victoria now agree that Jordan must be stopped for good, but someone other than Claire may be chosen to perform the act. My and our spoilers. Victor Newman is proud of Claire Grace. They chose not to tell Patriarch Victor Newman, but as usual, he is one step ahead of them. Will he be proud of Claire's bloodthirst? Maybe she will edge out Adam Newman as the most ruthless family member. Explosive show spoilers hint that Victor interrogates Nikki during the week of January 20 to 24. Victor confronts Nikki about going along with Claire's plan, but he may not nix the idea completely. Will Nikki or Victor decide to kill Jordan? They could be a tandem, one doing the chore and the other cleaning up afterward. Keeping it in the family, so to speak. The Young and the Restless spoilers, what happens next in Genoa City, Wisconsin? But even if Claire keeps her hands clean, if something happens to Jordan, she will know that it was her idea. How can she live with that? Her mind is fragile, and perhaps the Newmans should invest a little more into her therapy before they agree to committing murder at her behest. The Young and the Restless spoilers reveal that Victor Newman will prove he's a man who knows how to get things done. We'll see Victor work on a new trap, but will it be for Ian Ward, Jordan, or maybe even both? Jordan might be first on Victor's agenda after he becomes suspicious of what Nikki Newman is hiding. Victor will snoop and apparently overhear part of Nikki's conversation with Claire Newman, as well as Victoria Newman. That'll give Victor a chance to uncover some Jordan news, so he may put it together that Jordan is the familiar kidnapper in the security footage. Victor will back Jordan into a tight spot later during the week of January 20 to 24, so it sounds like she'll face his wrath before long. Despite Claire, Victoria, and Nikki's own fatal scheme, Victor will prove he's a force to be reckoned with by working on a fierce Jordan plot of his own. In the meantime, Victoria will fret over Claire and the danger she's putting herself in. Since Claire will hang out with Jordan alone as part of her plan, Victoria will open up to Nikki and will inevitably have a bad feeling about all this. As for Sharon Newman, she'll keep struggling in the sewer, but she won't give up on escaping. Sharon has PCP in her system thanks to the drugged water bottle Jordan left her, so that'll continue to make things tricky. However, Sharon may regain consciousness and once again try to focus on making a getaway. I and our fans could see more hallucinations for Sharon, and there's certainly the potential for Jordan to come back and derail her escape efforts. Regardless, the stakes will be raised for Sharon soon enough, so look for the situation to spin out into a life-threatening ordeal. The Young and the Restless spoilers say Nick Newman will do whatever it takes to find Sharon, so stick with us for updates on his heroic moves and any dangerous predictions along the way. Nick Newman had always been a man of action, a fighter for what mattered most, and nothing mattered more to him than Sharon. She wasn't just his wife, she was his anchor, his heart, the very reason he found meaning in his turbulent world. But now she was gone, taken, hidden, and as the days stretched into weeks, his desperation grew with every unanswered question. A husband's desperation. Nick's days were consumed by the endless search for Sharon. He knocked on countless doors, called every friend, chased every lead, and pleaded with anyone who might have seen her. But every effort hit a dead end, each one leaving him further shattered. The obstacle in his path wasn't just time, it was Jordan, the woman who had abducted Sharon and refused to reveal her location. To Jordan, Sharon was more than just a captive. She was a shield, a pawn in her twisted game of self-preservation. As long as Sharon was under her control, Jordan believed she was untouchable. Her silence was a weapon, her refusal to cooperate a cruel torment for Nick, who was left grasping at straws. But Nick refused to give up. Sharon was out there somewhere, and he would find her. He had to. Then came the dream. Nick wasn't a man given to superstition, but the dream was unlike anything he'd ever experienced. In it, Sharon appeared, fragile yet luminous, as if she were a beacon cutting through the darkness. She didn't say much, just one word, a name, a place. Nick bolted awake, his heart pounding. He tried to dismiss it, rationalizing it as a manifestation of his anxiety, a cruel trick of his mind. But the name lingered, etched into his thoughts with eerie clarity. He didn't have any evidence to back it up, no logical reason to believe it was real, and yet he couldn't ignore it. "What else do I have to lose?" he muttered to himself. This dream, this name, was the only thread he had left. The search, Nick didn't waste a second. Armed with only the vague location from his dream, he drove. The miles stretched out before him as he clung to fragile hope, replaying the details of the dream over and over, searching for clues he might have missed. The thought of Sharon, trapped, scared, or worse, pushed him to press harder on the accelerator. When he arrived at the location, his heart sank. It was a barren, remote area dominated by overgrown trees and a chilling quiet. There was nothing here, nothing but his doubt whispering that he'd been a fool to trust a dream. But then, as he wandered the grounds, something caught his eye. It was subtle, almost hidden, a small door set into the ground, partially obscured by foliage. A cellar door. His pulse quickened as he approached. The air around him grew heavier, the silence deeper. Every instinct screamed at him that this was it. Sharon was here. She had to be. The discovery. Nick pushed open the door, his breath hitching as he descended into the dimly lit underground chamber. The smell of damp earth and decay filled his nostrils, and his footsteps echoed ominously in the confined space. His voice broke the stillness. "Sharon," he called out, his voice trembling. Nothing. He moved further in, scanning the dark corners of the room until his gaze landed on something that froze him in his tracks. On the cold, unforgiving ground lay Sharon, her body limp and unmoving. "Sharon," he shouted, rushing to her side. His hands shook as he knelt, cradling her head. She was pale, her breathing faint but present. Relief flooded through him, but it was quickly replaced by rising panic. "Sharon, wake up, please wake up," Nick pleaded, his voice cracking with emotion. He gently shook her, willing her to open her eyes. "I'm here now. I've got you. You're safe." But Sharon didn't respond. Nick's mind raced. He checked for injuries, for any sign of what Jordan might have done to her. He fought the tears threatening to fall as he whispered urgently, "Come on, Sharon. Don't do this to me. Don't leave me." A flicker of life. Just when despair threatened to overwhelm him, he felt it, a faint stir beneath his hands. Sharon's eyelids fluttered, and a soft groan escaped her lips. Nick's breath caught. "Sharon, it's me. Nick, you're okay. I'm here." Her eyes opened slowly, unfocused at first, but as they found his face, a faint smile broke through her exhaustion. "Nick, you found me," she whispered, her voice barely audible. Nick let out a choked laugh of relief, tears streaming freely now. "Of course I found you. I'd go through hell to bring you back." Sharon's hand weakly reached up to touch his face, her strength almost gone. "I knew you would. I dreamed of you too." Nick held her close, his heart swelling with love and determination. "I'm getting you out of here," he promised. "This nightmare is over."